Welcome to Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed, a space to connect with spiritual insights, open-minded perspective, and healing transformation. Hosts Kelley and Cheryl Murphy are working evidential psychic mediums, spiritual teachers, and published authors who are coming together in friendship and teamwork to serve through the energy of spirit, healing, and animal communication. Each week, we invite you to join in a mixture of candid discussions, visits from guests and experts, intuitive development, and live readings to encourage everyone while exploring their multifaceted spiritual path. Come ready with questions and curiosities. And now, here are your hosts, Cheryl Murphy and Kelley Eckhart.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to today's program. We hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day. We want to welcome everyone as you're logging on. Welcome to our show, Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed. My name is Cheryl Murphy, and I want to welcome my co-host, Kelley Eckhart. Hey, Kelley, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you, Cheryl?
I'm doing great, too. Thanks, Kelley. Did you have a nice Memorial Day?
I did. I painted rocks all day while my husband cleaned the house. It was the best day ever.
That makes for a good day, right?
Right?
Tell
Yeah.
us about the rocks that you paint, just for people hearing it for the first time, because they are beautiful.
I am obsessed with painting rocks. These are some older ones I've done. I've gotten much better, but these are from a few years ago. But I'm obsessed with just painting rocks. And my new thing is that I'm putting my @Medium Kelley on the back, and I've got a lot of rocks now. I'm going to put them together in these pretty little bags and put in a little card that's going to say, if you find my rock and it made you smile, please tag me on your social media.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, and so they all have like affirmations, inspirational thoughts, or things like that. And some of them say this is a sign from your loved one, and just things that make people happy and make their day, hopefully. And so it's become my new obsession and way to get over anxiety.
Oh, it's great. I love it. Well, Kelley, you're very creative and you're very artistic, so I can't wait to see more of those.
Thank you. I know I've actually started taking photos of them, and I'm going to make, I don't know, I think I'm going to make its own Instagram page and call it like something like Medium Kelley Rocks. I don't know.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It kind of goes good together. Medium Kelley Rocks.
It's a great idea. Great idea.
Yeah.
And look, feel free to share those. We'd love to hear about your creativity and to share those.
Yeah, I will. I mean, it's a great way to deal with all of the things that are going on if you're an empath on in our society right now and in the world, and all the news. And for me, I get a little overwhelmed some days, and so I just kind of takes my mind off things.
Nice.
I'll paint in between working. I'll work, do a couple readings, and I'll go paint for an hour, and then go do another reading, and then go back and paint. Yeah, and hang out with my dogs.
Cool.
It's a good thing to do.
That's great. Well, look, today's topic for everyone that's tuning in, we have a topic each week. And the topic for today, our theme is the language of the other side, right? The language of the other side. And really talking about signs that you receive from spirit, why they send them, what are some signs? And we really want to get our audience involved today. We want to find out, what signs have you received from your loved ones in spirit? And so let's start the conversation, Kelley. Why does spirit send us signs, I guess? And let's just start there.
I think, it's a way to help us know or understand that they're always with us and they're just, a thought away.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Also, sometimes they know that we need to hear from them, right? So we need a sign that's going to cheer us up, or it's going to help us make our day maybe. And I think that that's part of it. As a mom, I think the signs are to let me know my son's okay and he's with me, always. Cause I think they're all little different messages, right? It just depends on what you need.
And I think our loved ones send us signs to remind us that, love continues, that we're not alone, right? That
Yes.
they're watching over us and supporting us, that, you know, and really they're helping us in healing. I think that might even be healing to receive signs from your loved ones and to recognize them.
I think so. For me, it was. I mean, that's why I've written, those in those compilation books, like my first one in The Last Breath that you and I both wrote in there. I'm chapter 33, by the way. That book right behind Cheryl. Anyways, I wrote chapter 33, which is called Believing and Grieving. And it's because of my belief in the spirit world and the signs and all of the things that I'm receiving that, it really helped me with my grief. And then the other one was just, I wrote another book. It's the second one of that, I guess, called, careful with the signs and synchronicities. That's it. Yeah.
Let's see what let's say hi to our audience members. Take a moment and really read amazing signs that you guys are receiving.
Yeah, that's so weird. I'm not seeing all the comments. I wonder why. Oh, now I am.
There we are on your comment section. Yeah.
I had to click over from private chat and back to comments, and then they all popped in.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's say hi to everybody. Yes.
Hi, everybody. And let's see, Crystal was saying, oh, look, and Kelly is saying, my dog said, oh, that's fine. Kelly is, Kellyanne is saying, my dog said I would see a clover, and I did on my son's wedding on Saturday.
Oh, can I just say, as a child, when I was 3, 4, like 5 years old, I lived in this little house. I think we were the back house we were the front house. And then the people in the back had a little girl my age, and her name was Kellyanne, and my name was Kelly Diane. And so we used to tell everybody we had the same name, and she was my first best friend. And so I love that name, Kellyanne. And she spelled it like that without the E. I spell mine with the E.
So. Nice. So and so seeing clovers on your son's wedding, that's amazing. That's amazing sign. And we did have more. We had Crystal. Crystal said, I received dragonflies, especially butterflies, and a yellow with black vehicles like a bee. So how cool is that? I received dragonflies, butterflies, and a yellow with black vehicles that are like a bee, which is rare. I have to say.
I've never seen a yellow and black vehicle.
Yeah.
Not those colors. I mean, that is unique. That is interesting.
Other than the Mustang on Transformers.
Margot said, I had a 10-cent coin in the crotch of my trousers as I went to pull them up after visiting the loo.
Now that's a sign, right?
Let me ask you this, Margot. Did you check the date on it? And was it connected to somebody's passing date or the year they were born, maybe? Because that's happened to me with finding coins. Not in my bathroom. Not, that way. But, I found coins too.
Absolutely. And look, your spirit who departed, Margot, probably is someone who has a great sense of humor.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that is great. I love it. I love it. That is so funny. Thank you, Margot. You just made me laugh. Like, if I weren't on here, I'd probably do my loud heckle laugh.
Yeah. So look, today's topic, once again, is the language from the other side. And so we're asking everyone, like, what signs have you received from spirit? And we haven't even read them all, Kelly, but they could be, you see signs, maybe you heard a sign, maybe you felt guided to do something and you felt your loved ones around. So we want to hear all the ways that you're experiencing those signs.
And let's read Ariel's. I had a full-on experience communicating with my cousin the other day. I had a vivid dream of my cousin, and when I was cleaning out my nightstand, I found a photo of my cousin, and I have no idea how it got there. And then I pulled 2 oracle cards, and one was about angels surrounding me, and the other was about self-love and self-care. That is a sign. That to me is a sign. Yeah. What about you, Cheryl? Do you think that's a sign?
Absolutely. I think it's a sign. And one way that I tell people is think about when you see these signs, what were you just thinking about, either in just that moment before or maybe even earlier that day? Because your loved ones are there. They want you to connect the dots. All right.
Yes. And there's another language of the other side that we speak, because people often ask us, how do you communicate with spirits if they spoke a different language than you? Well, that's
Mhm.
not the language we're speaking. We're communicating in a different form with spirit as
Mhm.
well, Cheryl. It's not just
Mhm.
the signs. I mean, it's the clues they give us, it's the feelings in our body, it's the thoughts they drop in our mind, it's all kinds of ways. And we don't have to speak the same language. That's the other thing I wanted to say with that subject, you know?
Right? That spirit, connects with us through vibration as well. You
Mhm.
know, some, loved ones in spirit, you know, come to Kelly maybe through her clairsentience, where the same, departed loved one may come to me through my clairvoyance. So they work with us through vibration, whatever's compatible, and that's really, Kelly, like you said, how we communicate with them. Like, if they spoke another language, we communicate the
Yeah.
power of love, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just so fascinating to me, that part of the language barrier, because I only speak English and I know a lot of like cuss words in Spanish and and I can say like what time is it and all that in Spanish, just the basics. But I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've spoken with people's grandmother who never spoke English or things like that, you know? And
Mhm,
they're clear, it's such a clear channel. Like, there's
mhm.
no, issues at all. So, that what you call that energy language, Cheryl?
Yeah, yeah, like a vibrational energy language.
Yeah, I kinda was trying to figure out how I would word what it was called.
Mhm.
I know it is about energy and vibration, but I sometimes think, like, it's really interesting how they use, our own, like, data bank of knowledge as well to almost like charades.
Mhm.
To communicate with us or even our body. Like, I'll be doing a reading and suddenly I feel like I got hit in the head and somebody had a fall. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I feel that. So is that energy or is that something else? I wonder.
I think it is energy. It's them blending with us, giving us that sensation. So that is a sign or a language interpretation, right? Where we feel how they passed or a meaningful sign that they want us to see. And even using the mannerisms, right? So even if they made or they cooked in the kitchen, I may start using my hands, in some
Yeah,
way to
yeah.
express a feeling. And that's what they do is they'll, help us with mannerisms.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm always fascinated with this subject because I try to like understand it all, and it's all about the energy and the vibration, you're right. But I just feel like there's gotta be, like, another word to describe it too, and I'm just not figuring that out.
Mhm.
I feel like we're missing a word. I don't know, maybe I'm not, it's just in my head.
And I wanna say take those opportunity moments when you do get a sign to have that gratitude, ask for more signs, maybe even take it deeper and ask, "What does the sign mean to me?" Or, "Why am I getting this sign?" Or maybe there's a message behind the sign, right? So, for example, I found a penny in the parking lot. I had just been connecting with my departed father in spirit, and I found the penny, and he's never really brought me a penny that I know of, but I picked it up because it was right there in front of me. I couldn't miss it, couldn't
Yeah.
walk around it. Picked it up, and it was actually a very important date. But after I took the penny and I had gratitude for it, I went ahead and connected with him on a deeper level. And we had a beautiful, meaningful message and reminded me, because spirit will remind us, hey, it's your departed other relative's birthday coming up, like give them a call. And that would, that relative meant something to my father. So look, this is what happens is when you take those signs for validation or confirmation, see if you can connect with your loved ones and ask a deeper message, right? A deeper message.
Yes. Yeah, and, there's a lot of great comments in here. Do you wanna read another one?
Oh, yeah. 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 Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, let's do Margot. Your friend passed away in July, and you used to collect 10-cent coins for her.
She's the one who said that she found the coin in her bathroom.
Mm.
Yes, in the loo.
Funny, funny, funny. And then let's go to MMM like butterfly.
Oh, thank you. I wanted you to go there. I was gonna pick that one too.
Relatives visit me. When I ask questions, I get answers. I just get messages at any time. And also in dreams, okay? So definitely take dreams as the language of spirit. Like when looking for a place to park. We love that. I'm sent to an available space. So cool.
I always say to my spirit people when I'm in a parking lot and it's busy, okay, show me where the spot is, and I get it. And it'll like, boom, there's a spot, and I'm like the first one in to get it. Yes, I love that. And tickets.
Can I read Jennifer McCormick's message? One of the best signs my partner sent was at a pantomime just a few weeks after his funeral. A poster came down during the show as a wanted poster. It was Goldilocks and the Three Bears panto. They were in the woods looking for a huntsman. The poster said, "Wanted, Frank Butler." That's my partner's name. Our baby was shouting my dad's name. My dad's here. You will have heard of Frank Butler, famous for Marksman and Annie Oakley. We know the backstory. My partner and I, it was so amazing. Out of any name, it was mine. Absolutely. That's crazy, right? It's crazy stuff.
Oh, very cool. I love that. Thank you for sharing with us.
Absolutely.
And Cheryl, could you just move over a little bit? You're off-centered on Instagram.
Am I? Does this look better?
Yeah. Move over just a tiny bit. It was like right here in your face. And it was driving me nuts. My OCD was kicking in.
Thanks, Kel.
You're welcome. I tried to private message you.
I got you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool.
If you look over to you see it?
Yeah, I do. Hey, but I look bigger than you on Instagram.
Yeah, scoot back.
I wonder, but I'm here with you here. I don't know. I don't
know how this stuff works. It's the camera settings. I don't know. Funny. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to sidetrack you. I was trying
No, you didn't. Here, I'll move it back.
There you go.
That look better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get on with the show here. Look, Kelley, I want to ask you, because I was thinking this earlier today, what is a sign that you get all the time from your loved ones? And then what's a sign that is an unusual sign that maybe you haven't ever received or received only once?
So the sign I get a lot is numbers. 111, 223, and 722. And
722, I haven't heard of that one.
Well, that's my son's birthday.
Oh.
I'm always seeing that on the clock or buildings or billboards and phone numbers or on a license plate in front of me all the time. And 1111 I see everywhere. And yeah, those are the numbers I see all the time. And one that I've gotten that was really unique and very I've never had since was shortly after he passed. A little bird flew down a hallway and into the door of the crystal shop. And it was a little green bird, and we got photos of it, and it landed on my sister's display for my shop that she had done with all her candles. And, I was my son knew that my sister and I, we love each other, but we butt heads. And so the bird pooped all over it. And so then my daughter went over there because the girl working at the shop was scared of birds. My daughter went over there and the bird literally landed in her hand, and she carried it outside, and she said she felt like she was letting her brother's spirit go. And the bird flew off. So then I tried to identify the bird, and it's a particular type of bird you would never find at the beach, let alone a block from the beach. They only live in the mountains, and they're unheard of in the city. So that was, to me, a sign for my son saying, "Mom, I'm here. I'm okay."
I love it.
The day after he passed, literally. Yeah. Never seen it again.
I get a lot of hummingbirds from my father, and my brother communicates to me through songs, mostly John Denver songs, because we don't really hear John Denver much anymore. And it's like, oh my God, when it's on, that's my brother connecting with me.
Yeah, my mother-in-law uses Frank Sinatra. We'll be in a 50s diner, and it's playing rock music, and then boom, some slow Frank Sinatra song comes on. And my husband's like, "Oh, my mother's saying hello." Yeah, it happens a lot.
And it reminds me of Melissa, who's here with us, Melissa X1H2Q. at 4:16. She goes, "Hi, she's Melissa in New Zealand. Hello, Melissa. I
Hi.
lost my dear friend Travis suddenly on July 19th. Gosh, last year, and I feel him near me. I have had a handful of features, a dream with him in it, and a lost and lots of songs, right?"
Yes.
And that's what reminded me about music. It's so true how spirit will take a phrase or a title of a song even and just hand it to us, right?
Right?
Hand it to us.
So I don't know if anybody's tried this. I do this just because I'm a nerd and I test it out. I will be in my car, and before I put my music on, I'll be like, okay, spirit, I need some guidance, and here's my question. Help me out. And then as soon as I get in the car, like start it up, and I put my music on, it's usually the first, second, or third song comes on, and it literally answers my question or what I needed help on.
I have heard that a lot,
Have you?
especially, yeah, yeah.
Okay. It happens to me often since I was a child. I've always felt like somebody was talking to me through the music, but I never told my family because I thought, oh, they're going to institutionalize me or think I'm crazy.
And Melissa, it was 11:22 just a little bit ago in New Zealand. Look, thank you so much for tuning in from New Zealand. Eric Diesel right below that is saying 11:11 and 119 are important numbers for you, which is your birthday. That's amazing.
Yes. Capricorn.
I
Yeah.
love it.
My father often pops up in my mind whenever I hear songs outside my window. Yep, that's your dad.
That
I
is
got
amazing.
crows from my son. I was like, could you give me a prettier bird? Then I started getting doves.
And so look, I have a question for you, Kelley, and for everyone. Like, how
Yeah.
do we know that that's a sign from our loved ones, right? Because people are gonna asking that too. People who have doubt or, maybe just we're not sure, maybe we're learning this, we're tuning in for the first time to our show today. So how do we share that with people? Like, how do you know that that's a sign from your loved one?
For me, it's always the first thought, either just before or after.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
and if I just believe that and don't doubt it, I know that's it. And then I usually, well, because of what we do when I'm developing with other mediums and we're practicing, I usually get confirmation in those messages, you know?
That's great. I also want to share with people, look, if you think it's from your loved ones, does it promote a sense of like well-being? Like when you receive that sign, do you feel good? That is also a sign, right? That they are sending you love. Maybe the sign is helping you connect with them, and
Yeah,
then you begin to feel or sense their love for you. So take that into account as well as how are you feeling when you see these signs?
that's very true, Cheryl. For me, I get really happy. What about you?
Oh my God, it makes my day. Makes my day.
I have to be careful how excited I get around my daughter because just we're all crazy and she just like looks at me like I'm crazy. So I can't get too excited around her. But around my husband and son, they love it when I get all excited. Yeah.
Also, I guess if you feel something, maybe, if you get goosebumps or, angel bumps, as they call it, that could be it. I know when my spirit guides came to talk to me one day that the hairs on my arms stood up, that feeling. So it's a feel. Maybe you feel that they're around watching over you. That's also a sign. So please take that as well.
Yeah, there's lots of signs too. I mean, they don't necessarily have to be music or
Hmm.
birds or the bugs or any of those things. I've actually had TV be a sign from
Hmm.
spirit.
Hmm.
Only once, but I'm not actively seeking it like I do music or looking for the other signs. But one time I was practicing with my son when he was little, and we paused the TV while my son, he was only 7, and he was doing a reading, and we were just humoring him, we thought. But it was the most amazing reading you'd ever heard. I mean, he went into a full-on trance, and I was like, my mouth dropped, the girl's mouth dropped. We were like, and and then as soon as he finished and he opens his eyes, the TV came unpaused, and it said, "Great job." And then it went into like it fast forwarded to this commercial. I mean,
That
tell me that wasn't a sign from spirit.
is a total sign from spirit.
Yeah, so they can use electronics. They can
Absolutely.
flicker our lights and respond to our questions with light filtering. That's been going on for years.
Always,
And
always,
yeah,
always when we
well
connect,
documented,
when
right?
I connect with my when I connect with my departed loved ones, it can happen. Your lights flicker, they either get brighter for a moment, or they go out it's amazing. And it's almost like they followed me around when I was connecting with my brother one day. I was like in the living room and then in the kitchen, and it's almost like you're in this energy field with them. I'll just say that because it's pretty amazing where you go from doubt to belief to a
Oh yeah.
knowing to a knowing. That's where we want people to be.
I got a sign today from my dog. So my
You
other
did.
dog, Daisy, passed away last week.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, yes. So about 6 weeks after her daughter. They're together now. I feel her. But this morning I was in my son's room because he's out of town, and I could not find the remote for his fan light. Finally found it, got the light on. It was all working, and I was trying to turn the fan on, and then suddenly the light just started flashing for like a couple minutes. And I was like, what is that? It was Daisy. She was saying hello from the other side. And then once
Oh,
I like realized it was Daisy and I said, "Oh, Daisy, I love you," it stopped and it went back to normal. But by that time I had texted my son going, "What is wrong with your light?" Yeah.
do you believe, and let me ask our audience this, like, because I know mediums, I know Kelly and I and a lot of our other medium colleagues believe that connecting with spirit is a two-way communication. Like we can kind of connect, we can ask for signs, we can get messages, right? I mean, and it's always in divine timing. But therefore, Kelly, look, we believe in prayer as well? Like, do you believe in prayer? To
Because
be maybe it could be a sign.
a prayer is like a form of energy that we are putting out to the universe, and it's like sending a message to the spirit world. It could be to our loved ones, it could be to the angels, it could just be like the universal love energy that supports us all over the world. I believe we're all part of it, right? So to me, a prayer is so beautiful and so important, and it's like our message to them. That's
Mhm.
what I think. And they're
Mhm.
heard. I'm often told in readings, keep praying, I'm listening. Keep talking to me, I hear you. Validation. And I love that. I'm a
So
huge proponent of prayer like you, Cheryl.
yeah, definitely. So let's read this comment, Kelly.
Yes.
Anne would mention this, and please put that back up there. This man I cared for passed away, and I was with him when he passed. Then the TV went on all by itself and went to all the TV channel shows we watched. I knew it was him saying goodbye.
Oh,
That's amazing. Almost
so
showing that.
cool. That is really cool. I love that. I really do love that. Yeah, I mean, signs are everywhere if we're looking for them. And even if we're not, but we're open, they show up for me too.
Mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
What about you, Cheryl?
Yeah, when our topic today is the language from the other side. And so I'm just going to take this another step further for our audience and for you, Kelly. Do you believe we can send healing energy to our loved ones who have departed? Like,
Ooh,
what
touch.
do you think about that? Do you think we can, because when we pray for them, can we also send our love and then do they feel it? We'll just call it love for now. Do they
Yeah,
feel our
so I
intention?
think they feel our intentions. I think they feel our love. I think they understand everything we're thinking about them. I think the minute we're thinking, they're with us, right? We're thinking, I'm thinking, oh, my son, he's right here, right? That's my belief. Now, when you said, did you say send healing?
Yeah, healing
'Cause
energy.
that's a little controversial in our world, right?
Well, let's say, how about this? Let
But
me make it
I
easier.
think it's a great question, and
What about if we forgive them? Maybe they did us wrong and we've kind of grown in our own life to where we're at a point where we're like, we can forgive some of our departed loved ones who, we may have had disagreements with. Do you think they feel that? Do you think they
yes,
feel our
I do.
forgiveness kind of
I
thing?
think that when you do forgive someone that that's part of this world before you were able to find that closure, I do believe that that forgiveness is your healing and that they're trying to help you heal by asking for that forgiveness. And
Mhm.
maybe you don't realize that they were asking you, but they're probably in coming to you when you're sleeping and, trying to tell you how sorry they are and you're not aware, but you suddenly feel the urge to forgive or you're working on this forgiveness. It's your healing and they need it as well, I believe. But I don't think it's going to stop them from evolving as a soul and growing and all of that. That
Right.
was the only thing I want to make clear. So I
True,
know there
true,
are
true.
people that think that they can get stuck here. And I know that's another
Yeah.
subject. I just don't know that I believe that. I think there's other
Oh.
things, but I don't know if spirits are stuck. Yeah.
Let's see what Ariel Garfeld just commented. Hi, Ariel. Welcome to our show. We love having you here. Ariel says, yes, I was forgiven myself and forgiven my mom and felt closer to her immediately afterwards because we weren't on the best of terms when she passed.
Oh,
That is amazing. That Ariel gives, I mean, you have just helped so many people today because Kelley, Ariel, I think she's saying is it's opened her up to receive more signs from her mom or more
yeah.
messages from her mom. It's
And
helped.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. I am still working on forgiveness for my mother, but I'm allowing her to come and visit now.
Mm.
She has come through about 4 or 5 times over the last 2 years, and she passed, I think, 4 years ago. I'm not quite sure exactly when, but yeah. It's
Uh,
difficult, but it is part of
yeah.
our healing,
Oh,
our growth.
yeah. Not easy. And Alan or Alan, I think it's Alan.
Eileen, maybe?
Yep, I believe they heal when we forgive them, but also I think it's hard for them to heal when we are stuck in the sorrow. Ooh.
That's
Oof.
I
That's
mean, I understand that, but I just never feel that from them.
mhm,
I feel like
mhm.
they're working on themselves, but it's still part of their journey to find heal or help you find healing and peace by asking for forgiveness, but I don't think it stops them from moving forward or moving on. I think it helps them determine whether they're going to come back to this lifetime again to try to do things differently this next time in a new life or take opportunities to be a different soul. That's what I think. And that's what only reason I think that is just because of my memories of being in the spirit world and those types of things, right? And just what
Mhm.
spirit tells me. But I mean, do we even know unless we remember everything? And I don't remember everything in the spirit world. I just remember being there for 13 years. I have a lot of memories being there, but it's not like didn't feel like 13 years. Does that make sense?
Mhm, mhm.
So I'm sure there's a lot of information I did not retain when I came to this lifetime. So maybe
Yes.
this is possible. I just don't see it or feel it. But maybe, do you, Cheryl? I know some
Uh,
people do.
do I feel that I've been here before?
No,
Yes.
no, no, that they need us to forgive them to heal.
No, I don't believe that our loved ones in spirit need us to forgive them in order for them to heal. I do believe that they are also, yes, they are on their own journey, learning their own lessons. And that I do believe we help ourselves when we learn to forgive, and it is a lot about forgiving yourself. I mean, yes, you forgive the other person, but it's really also deeply about forgiving yourself. And that because we are all souls evolving here. And it is when you come to that place of maybe not forgetting, but having compassion for your loved ones, that feeling of you having those full circle moments because they are definitely helping us from the other side. They are not holding on to any resentment. They are not mad. They are not frustrated.
I only get
Uh,
one. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I want to say this too. You just made a point here. And oh shoot, I just lost it. Hold on, some ADHD here. There is like this. So with my dad, I forgave him before he passed, but he has been like my biggest guide since he passed. He's saved my life 2 or 3 times. He has called out speeders, like cops when I'm speeding, like in my head, yelled at me to slow down. I mean, he's amazing. Um, but my dad wasn't a great person. But the way I understand this is that my dad, I was part of his life lessons and he was part of mine. And we came here to do this together. And he came here to be the person he was. I believe he came here to be my dad was a good man, but he was an alcoholic, and he chose his lifestyle, and he ran off and left 5 kids, right? But I learned so much from that, and that's part of who I am today. And I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't experienced that childhood. And then I look at my parents, not as my parents, but who they were, like, as just souls, as people, and what they went through at childhood and what they had to overcome. And I kind of had a whole new respect and perspective for both of them,
Hmm.
because they did their best, and it was pretty darn good for what they grew up with. And so that helped me forgive my mom and my dad so much. But does it help me relieve the pain or the grief that you're caused from the damage that they did do when I was a child? Not necessarily. I have to do that work. And that's about my journey and my own. So to me, I don't hold them accountable for that. I hold myself.
That's a good one because you don't, yeah, right. Because it's different for everybody,
Yeah.
right? Different for everybody.
Yeah.
And look, we are talking about signs once again for people just joining us. We see some new people on the call. Hello, Susan. Thank you so much for being on our show. We have Instagram people with us. Hey, Suze Baker, Pizza for Hope. We have all of you guys. Yes, thank you. Beck, Beckmeister7 joined. We just want to thank all of you for being with us today. And really, we are on all social media platforms, or at least a few of them. We'd love it if you would always share our program or like or follow us, right? Subscribe, all of those to really help draw more of a community that we love who you are. And we want to bring more of that vibration of love and share these beautiful conversations that we're having today so more people can benefit.
Yes, I love that. And I think it's such a great conversation, the way it's evolved from the language of the other side to signs to all these other kind of, I feel like they're all tied together, but I really love the evolution of the subject and where we've ended so far.
I have a question. I want to read Maria. Thank you. Let's put Maria up. And then I have a comment there. When I forgave, I then sent love. I always send love to departed family and ask them to help all my family and family members. And me, I'm grateful for their help and tell them this daily.
That's beautiful. I love
That
that,
is
Marie.
lovely.
Thank you for sharing that.
So back to some of the signs, I want to bring people back because some people have not mentioned this, and I want to make sure people know that these are signs, Kelley. What
Yeah.
you smell, right? If you have
Yes.
certain smells
Oh,
like
that's me.
cigarette smoke
Or marijuana.
of your loved one that's departed, right? Cologne, when you
Yeah.
smell their fragrance, right? When it wouldn't be normally around and you smell it.
Potpourri smell for me is when I know the angels are near.
Angels for you.
Potpourri, yeah. And I know it's different for everybody, but every time I smell potpourri, I feel the angels. Yeah.
So these are also signs. Like, let's remember there's multiple amazing signs out there. And I just think sometimes people doubt it. And I would love for all of us to share, like, how do you move someone from doubt to believing, or moving from doubt to knowing? How do we do that? And I'm just going to put it out there.
That's a good question. And I think I've been asked this a lot, and so have you. And I just feel like it's just like you have to make that intention and you have to just stick to it. And I
Mhm.
think after a certain amount of time, because I'm a real skeptic, you can't doubt some of the signs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just no doubting it. Like, how are these things going to happen in everyday life? They just don't.
I think that's just how it happens for a lot of us, is that, it's almost comical in the way it happens too. I mean, it's almost synchronistically happening, where like Kelley and I and another friend of ours had to get a hotel room, I think in downtown LA, because it was too late to drive home.
No, it
And
was in New York, wasn't it? Or no, was it downtown
no,
LA?
we had been to
Dallas?
Oprah, we had been to Tony Robbins that
Oh,
day.
I
uh,
don't know we went to Oprah. I didn't go to Tony Robbins, though.
we got a hotel room, Kelley, with you. I know because your
Yeah,
son,
I remember this. I remember
the
Oprah, yes.
hotel room was 420,
Yeah.
right? It was just, I mean, it's like, how could this be? I mean, we've had such a long day. We're all
And I'm with
tired.
2 other mediums. It's
We
like my
just
son knew we'd all love it, right? 'Cause that's
we
just
just
him.
need a place to crash for tonight. It's too late to drive. And
Yeah.
oh my God, it's just that's how it happens. It's when it happens when you least expect it to where, I mean, it could be from no other person, right? We had Kelley with us. It was her son. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, another one that I could never doubt. My mom wasn't doing well. She'd been in the hospital for a week in like Lake Isabella, and the hospital there is like bad hospital. Basically, if you go in there, you don't come out. That's the saying, right? So
Oh,
I was trying for a week to get her moved. It took me 7 days to get a doctor to show up there to sign off to have her moved to Bakersfield. They put her in the ambulance and they told me to go straight to the hospital, and they said she's gonna be in room 404. So I'm, like, driving feverishly down the mountain to, Bakersfield, and we went to go get a quick bite to eat because we figured they were gonna take their time to get her checked in, and we show up to the hospital, and I go to room 404, and it's empty, and I start to panic,
yeah.
and I'm like, my mom's supposed to be in here." And they said, "Oh, Sandy." And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "We moved her to room 420." And I was like, "Oh my god." So I was like, "Okay." So I was like, "That's my son saying she's gonna be okay." Then the
Yeah.
next morning we came to check on her and they moved her into room 404. And I said, "What was it with the room 420?" She goes, "I really don't know why they did that. We really we wanted her by the nurses station, which is room 404, because she keeps trying to walk and she can't walk. So she keeps falling out of bed, and she fell out of bed like twice in 420, but we were there and we caught her."
Mhm.
So they were like, so we moved her to the room she was supposed to be in. We're not really sure why she was in 420. I mean, that you can't make that up. That was my son saying she's gonna be okay, and she was.
Incredible. So look for what you're saying, Kelley, is and what I'm saying, and just open your heart up, open your mind up. That spirit can come in any way, and ask them for help too. Ask your loved ones for help, right, Kelley?
Yeah,
Ask
ask
them to
your loved
support
ones,
us.
your guides even, or your angels. I mean,
Mhm.
they really do listen, and they do answer our prayers and our questions and things. We just have to pay attention. And we're often not really, paying attention or not present.
I have to share a story, but I do wanna read Jennifer McCormick's comment because she's reminding me of a story I want to share. So, hey, Jennifer, thanks for being with us today. A sign my mom sent was at her funeral. One of her favorite songs is "Murder on the Dance Floor" by Sophie Ellis Baxter. Uh,
That's cool.
when discussing songs for the crematorium, we said "Murder on the Dance Floor." My sister said, "You can't play Gonna Burn This Damn House Down at the crematorium." So we all laughed, ha ha ha. We decided on "Everybody Hurts" on the day we were expecting Rem. Okay, um, "Everybody Hurts," and Sophie Ellis Bextor started playing. Oh my God! And the song, and we all sung our hearts out sobbing.
That is beautiful.
I
That
mean,
is
that's what
beautiful,
makes me, yeah.
right? Oh, I love that. Tell your story, Cheryl. Let me hear it.
No, I gotta remember it.
I forget so easily now. I have ADHD. That's my excuse.
It's not mine. No, funeral. Oh my God, I don't know. It was something about a funeral. It'll come back, but, it'll be alright.
Okay, okay.
It'll come back. Let's go on to Susan Darrow Phelps. Through my journey, people I've met who are skeptical, when speaking to them, I start by, what was the beginning for understanding life after death? What? I would say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Validating is important.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. It's not like we're here to convince people who are skeptical, Kelley. We're not here to convince anyone. We're here to present or to share information, to absolutely maybe answer some questions that people have, right? You're talking to two experienced, internationally known mediums that have really studied around the world. And, this is a good platform. It's a good offering. It's our way of connecting with you because there are so many light workers opening up, right, and wanting to study.
And we
Uh,
can
and
share
yeah,
help. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the more the merrier and the better. There's no competition because we're all individual and unique. So I love that people want to understand and learn. I think it would make a better world, don't you?
Mm, it sure would. It sure would. Let's read another comment by Skavanston.
Absolutely.
I believe, thank you. I believe in healing prayer, but I still feel bad. My prayers weren't answered when praying for my son to survive in the ICU. I do send healing prayers to people who need them.
I'm sorry.
Wow, that is really hard. That is asking a lot,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I tried to do that with my best friend when she was in hospice.
Mhm, mhm.
There was like a certain point where I just knew like it was time and I had to like surrender and just say, okay, it's okay. You can leave. Like, we love you and we'll be here for the children. It is hard to lose someone you love. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Watching it happen slowly, I think, is more traumatic to me.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And look, our loved ones, I think our loved ones are teaching us from the other side. Let's think
Oh,
about that. I mean, Kelly, when you and I do our mediumship, we learn from spirit, right? And I do believe when we teach, we are learning from spirit, right? That they are part of our audience. They are with their loved ones here that we're teaching. They are helping to support and send that beautiful healing energy, or to prevent or to present any information that can be helpful. I think our loved ones in spirit help. Some of them, I know my father and my brother love helping people, especially my dad. Everyone knows my dad in spirit, right? Oh, Cheryl's dad's here.
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
right.
Right? Like my son. Everyone knows my son in spirit. I know.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I love
uh,
your dad. Your dad's great energy.
Yeah, he loves helping my students or other mediums, or anytime I'm learning, he's helping me. I mean, he's just, I think spirit loves that. That's something that you and I would do too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back for sure when I die. I'm gonna haunt my daughter till she believes in signs. Yes.
She believes it.
She'll believe in signs by the time I'm gone to the other side.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I
Uh,
know. I
so
love
where are we? Look, Kelly. Why don't we talk about upcoming events? We both have a lot of stuff happening, on our platforms. I want to encourage people to go to Kelly's website,
oh,
Medium Kelly. That's Kelley, mediumkelly.com. Please sign up for her newsletter. She has amazing events coming up, wonderful teachings. Kelly, share with us what's happening with you right now. What's coming up?
well, what I'm most excited about right now is my June 7th is the start date of my 6-month mentorship for it's basically all levels, beginner to eating intermediate or, whoever wants to push themselves. I'm going to be teaching this for 6 months, taking you from the beginning to the end. And in the end, hopefully you'll have the skill sets and the I guess like some tools to get started if you want to start your own business, and you'll have the community because it's about building community. I have 9 people so far. I only have a few spots left because I want to keep it small. So if anybody's interested, you can go to my website and go to classes and choose the 6-month mentorship. It's a drop down menu. And you could read more about it and sign up. And I have an informational meeting on Sunday at 11 a.m. You can sign up for that. I don't know if I have the link up on my website yet, but it'll be going out in a newsletter and I'm going to add it to the website probably tonight. I just realized I forgot that.
I love everything you're doing, Kelly, and you have so many new things happening. So, once again, everyone, just sign up for her newsletter. You'll always be informed what's happening. And for myself, what?
So
Go
I
ahead.
forgot one thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, tell us.
I'm going to be in Huntington Beach for the end of July, and
Yes.
I have secured a place at the Center for Spiritual Living off of Talbert to use to do in-person readings. So my schedule is up on my website, and I'm also available to do small group readings in your homes in the Orange County area. So if you'd like to have me over there to come read for you and your friends, up to 10 people, let me know. Just go to my website, look at the available dates, and choose. It's very limited, any of the dates, the in-person readings, because I have my online readings as well. And I do want to spend time with my family. That's part of why I'm going to be down there. So
I'm so glad you're going to come to Huntington Beach.
forgot the most important one, Cheryl. Sorry.
So
No, you
for
know.
myself, I'm mediumcheryl.com on my website. Yeah, please check out my upcoming events, my newsletter. I have a wonderful Circle of Love. It's a small group reading event with just 2 more seats open. That is for this coming Friday, May 29th. And if you can't make it in that small group reading, please join me. I have many more Circle of Loves coming up each month. I think I have 2 in July. Please sign up for those small group readings. I love connecting with people. I always feel there's a theme, or there's a reason why that certain people come to those certain circles. They match up. I love that. Also, yeah, I do my memberships, my energy transformation sessions, where that's a monthly group where we talk about energy and prayer, meditation, and then we have our healing prayer circle, which is really turned into a membership because I take people deeper in prayer, deeper in meditation, like deeper in gratitude. Like we go a little bit deeper where we learn about our guides, we learn about angels, right? We take it a little bit more, I'll just say, to where we feel and we can support one another. That's what I love about that.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Well, and also you and I are going to try to plan a dem in July. We got to get together on Thursday when we talk. And I'll get
Yes,
dates for that too, because I'm very excited about doing an in-person dem with you.
definitely. We have to do that. I can't wait, Kelly.
No, it'll be so much fun.
So just closing comments from our audience and closing comments, Kelly, about how do people become available to receive signs? Like, should we have a daily practice of gratitude or meditation? Like, I would say if we can learn, if my students, if anyone listening to this call can be still for a few moments each day, like practice some quiet time, practice some stillness.
Yes, hard, but we can do it.
Yeah.
You should paint rocks like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, exactly, because it's anything we can do, a hobby, anything you love doing, even cooking,
yeah,
and have that awareness that, I'm in the zone, or I'm not thinking about anything. That's
right.
what we want, is the no thinking
Relax.
mind.
hmm it is really important, I think, to have some sort of like daily practice, like to start our day and to end our day. And it should be part of like, you know, gratitude, letting go of things. I think
Mhm.
it's important for our health, like mental health, physical health, everything, emotional health. Yeah.
It's been such a big topic today, and I think our audience has brought so many important questions to ask, and we love how everyone has been sharing. We really just can't thank you enough.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. We love coming and doing the show. Very
I,
happy.
guys, we want to say we'll see you so long for now. We'll see you next week back here, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You've been watching Seeing Beyond, Living Transformed. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again real soon. Thank you. Namaste, everyone.
Bye, everyone.